Cupcake? What's going on with the MSQ? Never answer that. You okay? Okay.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
Uh-oh. Something's wrong, isn't it?
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again.
He's gonna backstab us so hard.
Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity.
Maybe not.
And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest, but protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward.
Well, that's kind of what they asked for.
No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs.
Yeah, Cupcake, are you done with the MSQ now, or...?
That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moenbryda, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good.
He actually carries so much burden.
I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead.
Moenbryda.
Mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass.
Sad.
Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. That we had time to weigh the costs. Like, I don't know. Like, all three of them are true and messed up in their own way. I guess I'll go with the second one. Because so far he's been reasonable.
Sage counsel indeed. I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement.
Oh, we told him.
Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so
I was gonna go with the
candidly.
first one.
No, this is a good reference. That comes out of it.
I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts.
It's like, you know that like shit hits the fan when Urianger is like spilling his feelings all over you.
As for the Loporrits proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. It would be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf.
Well, at least we know about it, if anything.
To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
I love this quote. It's so true. The writing is so beautiful.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and her bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
That is a good quote.
Oh, I think I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, I would think so, because I don't think you'd be laughing at that quote.
No. I thought it was a great quote, but then something funny comes up.
Yeah, big ears, but can't hear nothing.
Yeah. Okay, they're not exactly showing my boots. That's good. There, it is done. Oh, there they are. A magic ring. Caprion says efficacious as that crafted by Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but it is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue of is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Urianger, thank goodness. I thought you had been eaten and had perhaps fallen into a crater. Yrstella has been looking all over for you, V. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with V alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not. It just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Beastway's Burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy, full of Loporrits. And we would ever be so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Suppose I should be going then. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet with Yrstella? That's convenient. Suspiciously convenient, I guess so.
Yeah, I would say.
Are you insinuating I would betray the trust of Hydaelyn's chosen, or worse, do anything to risk getting on Yrstella's bad side? It is officially worse to get on Yrstella's bad side than to betray Hydaelyn?
Yes.
She's clearly not one to be crossed, not made to wait. Now off with you. Worry not, me. I shan't be long. Like Yrstella bigger than Hydaelyn. Jesus.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Where's...
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Urianger's adventures with the bunnies.
Friend, you know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Etheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
They're gonna send him away.
But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Like, is this what Hydaelyn actually has intended? For us to just, like, take off and run away? Like, that doesn't look like Hydaelyn at all, does it? Just seems rather silly.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least. Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure.
Yeah, it sucks when you have one job, and that one job after like 12,000 years turns out to be the wrong one.
It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations.
I don't know, I think Endwalker is showing us that Urianger would be a better daddy than Tancred ever has been. Right?
Yeah.
Like, look at the way he's handling them. He's putting him to shame.
Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed.
That's amazing.
All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Like, they're so kind, it just breaks your heart because they're wrong. It's so sad and endearing at the same time.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers.
Yeah, he really has a knack for this, doesn't he?
And thou, my friend, I
just can't get past
do not
that
think we have
background.
met.
Wait, what?
I just can't get past the backdrop, like the background.
Wait, it's still loading for you?
No, I'm saying like I'm more focused on the background.
Oh, right. I was like, I thought you couldn't like enter the cutscene or something. I was like, no, are you booted?
My name is Puddingway.
Oh, that's so cute.
Puddingway. Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure.
Anyway.
But
He's-
one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than
Urianger's
tasteless words.
Ability and motivation to be full of shit to make these guys feel better is something to admire.
A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live?
Oh, so he basically asked her a question so that she can shut up so that he can read.
After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson.
Wow, I love this. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. How good is that? As the, as the literal meaning of life that you find in this game. Like, what the hell? Is it not good? It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labour to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment.
Why is this so sad? Like, I don't even know what's wrong with it, but like... Oh, I can't go on.
For thee.
Like Urianger suddenly killing with kindness and not with boredom.
Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it.
Look at his face.
The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium.
I love how he's just like there, just giving them new purpose, right?
Yeah.
An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
Damn, Urianger.
My god, this is beautiful. Wow, I never thought I would admire him so much as a character. Like, he was alright. But, wow. This was so well done.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
Yeah, so
Like, I don't know what it is about this particular moment. Like, I'm just having a hard time moving on from it. I don't know why. It's just like I never even got attached to Urianger like throughout this whole like journey. Like I always like he was always there, but like he was alright, and I never really cared for him that much. But now I'm just like,
hey man, this game is amazing.
it is.
Though we must needs
To make
prepare
you feel
for every
for the characters that you
eventuality,
never thought you would feel for.
you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home.
That's true, actually.
Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh, I got a new color. What a creep! Oh, I need my glasses again. That flyer, how came it into your possession? It's like, are they gonna ask us to return it? How very like her. So what's red? Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions, intention of which remain a mystery even to us. In our time we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. I need to change these gloves ASAP.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growing Ray and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
Oh, makes sense.
Oh my god. Of course.
The lack of food.
Of course. And like shipping the animals and the books and stuff of value or whatever. Yep. So the chocolate bunny boy actually was right. Like when he said that they were creating some sort of arc.
Yeah.
Wow, that was beautiful how it connected. Right? They did such a good job.
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement.
I said, well, at least we know they're not working with the bad guys.
Yeah, but like, they're taking advantage of their like just hospitable nature and just like, I don't know. I feel like the Charlatans took advantage of them a little bit. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting, because they know that they've been kind of created with that sole purpose. Yeah. And they see the solution in just like literally jumping the ship. Quite literally. And they just found the perfect, servants for that. I don't like that one bit.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Let's go.
Yep.